Hey, this is Daryl Olson from Jackson Fishing Team. Last fly I'm going to be tying up, and you'll probably be seeing this next week while we're down in Louisiana, is a synthetic minnow fly, and we're going to tie it. I think they call it reverse tie or hollow tie or something like that, and you're going to see that. And it's using synthetic material. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the fly, and we will get it tied, and hopefully I'll have some good footage of some redfish and speckled trout fishing in Louisiana when I get back for you guys. All right. Well, this is the bait fish we're going to tie up. It's kind of pink chartreuse and got a darker green on top. You know, bait fish or fish in general are kind of darker on the top. So let's go ahead and get tying, and we'll talk about the materials. I'm going to use for a hook, I'm going to use a Gamakatsu B10S in a size 1. And I'm going to go ahead and debarb that. And thread I'm going to use is some Danville Monofilament and Fine. And we're not going to cover the hook up that much. We're just going to put a little bit on here. On there. And I'm going to use Farrar's Flash Blend. It's a great material. It's got built-in flash. In this case, I'm going to start with some pink. And I'm just going to take a pinch. You know, just a pinch. Don't need a lot. And what's nice about this material, besides being kind of flashy, is if I cut it square, I can just pull out the fibers to make it look tapered. And then squeeze that there, and it's kind of tapered at both ends. And I'm going to go ahead and put this right on top of the hook, and I'm going to give it a couple of light wraps. And then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to kind of get it to where these fibers are around the hook. And when you get satisfied with it, and then that looks pretty good to me, and then I'm going to fold this back over. And then I'm just going to create a dam in front of that. The next I'm going to take is some same material, but I'm going to take it in Chartreuse. And about the same amount, just a pinch, whatever that is. And we'll cut that off, some of that off, and then we'll, again, create a taper it by pulling on it a little bit on there. And we're going to want that to be just on there. We're going to give it a few tight or loose wraps, and again we're going to try to spread that around a little bit. And then we'll pull that back. And then we'll put a dam up in front of that. And this is looking pretty good. Don't worry if you're not getting close to the eye if you have to. That's all right. And next I'm going to use is what they call seaweed. It's a darker green. And I'm just going to take a very little amount. I mean a slight pinch. Not much at all. And again, I'll trim off what I don't need. Kind of give it a taper. And I'm just going to lay this one right on the top. That's just going to be like the dark back of the minnow. And I'm just going to try to spread that around a little bit, not all the way around the hook. And we'll put a little dam in front of that. And we'll give it a whip finish. And we'll trim that off. And I'm going to use this Stonofo streamer soft heads for the head and to put the eyes on. I do kind of prefer the fish skull ones because they vary them in different sizes by the hooks. This is kind of like the same hook for the size 7 there. This is good from a size 4 to a 2/0, so it's a pretty big hook, but it'll take 7mm eyes. It doesn't have a pocket like the fish skull ones do, but I had them in my box, so I thought, well, heck, why don't I use them? I'm going to apply some super glue, in this case Gap, to put that head on. And also the Stonofo one's a little thinner in profile. as well, but I still kind of like that one because of the pocket. And we're just going to push that up there to right behind the bead or the eye of the hook, and make sure I got it perpendicular. And right where that little oval is there, that's your marking. But in the fish skull ones, it's a recess. And so we'll use the super glue, and I'm using some Living Eyes in Wind Color 7mm. Slide that on there. Take my back of my bodkin and move it in its place, and then push down on it. Do the same on this side. We'll slide it in place. And then we'll go ahead and we'll cover those up with some UV thin to try to keep them on a little bit longer. And these fish masks or skulls or whatever you want to call them, whether it's from Stono or fish skull, they're a great tool. You can also get them weighted, and they'll so they'll sink. These here are kind of like, they'll just go subsurface, maybe mid column, and stop on there. And now we're going to I'm going to go ahead and just brush this out. Yeah, let me do it this way. And then we're going to want this roughly, I like mine to maybe be about a little over 3 inches. And now that it's kind of brushed out, I'm going to come from the back and then maybe a little shallower on the bottom. And there we have it. Pretty simple bait fish pattern. I would definitely give some a try and see how you like it. Tie them up in other colors like you know, brown and white to represent a mullet or something like that. But these are just kind of bright colors. Maybe the speckled trout will like them. All right. Well, I hope you give that a try. I kind of like the Steve Farrar's blend. It's like I said, it's got some tinsel in there, so you don't have to put any flash. It doesn't soak water. It repels, so the flies are lighter. It's a great material if you're into maybe making musky flies. You know, they can get pretty big, or maybe even some offshore flies, which I've never tried yet out in the ocean yet for fly fishing, but I guess they would work for that. It's like I said, it sheds the water pretty good, and but give it a try on there. They have lots and lots of colors. All right, I'm Daryl. We'll see you on the water, and I hope to have some video footage of Louisiana trout fishing and redfish. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.